Hello everyone, it's Martin here. In this video I want to show you a new feature that I've added to the MarkBirds database. And that's all to do with adding an observation at the same time when you're adding a bird to the system. Now the process of adding a bird and adding an observation has always been separate so far. And that was because both tasks were pretty easy to do. You simply added a new bird to the system, as I've done here. And the next step would then be to add an observation, which is simply done by clicking the Add Observation button. And you would typically have the location details stored in memory. So it's just a matter of clicking Paste and adding some additional information if needed, and then clicking on Save. But still, combining these two tasks can still be very beneficial, especially when you've got to add a lot of observations and a lot of new birds to the system. So let me show you how this is done. So assume that on this day I've seen many birds and a few of them are new. And I would simply add a bird as per normal. And let's say these birds, I want to add two of them. They are both common gulls and they are both of the same ringing project. And I actually want to add an image to the form, so let's do that. The first image is this one. And as you can see, it's a common gull with a metal ring on the right tarsus and a white ring on the left tarsus. So let's add that. Coloring on the left tarsus, which is white, E27E, and the reading direction was up, and a metal ring on the right tarsus, of which I don't know the code. I know it's a Dutch ring, so let's leave it as it is. And I also don't have any of the ringing details. But now we can add the observation. So we select the option. I can also choose to include the image. And I can also just see what the observation details are that I'm going to add by clicking on the Show button, which shows me the details that have been added to the memory. And as I can see now, these are the exact same details that I've used for the previous observation, so that's all good. I do still need to add the age, and I don't know the exact age, but it's an adult, so after third calendar year. And the main benefit of this feature now is when you've got to add multiple birds, preferably of the same species and of the same ringing project. And the benefit is when I remember all these settings and also remember adding the observation. So I can now simply click on Add. Now the bird and the observation is added, including the image, as you can see. And if I want to, I can add more details such as notes or additional images. But for now I can just click on Save. And if I would now have to add another new bird, I can go back to the form. And now, as you can see, all the information has been remembered. All I need to do is to add the second bird. And let me add an image for that as well, which is E27S. Which is this one. So all I need to do now is enter the code. Everything else is still the same as the previous bird, so I've got no ringing details. Observation is still the same. Yes, I want to include the image. Age is the same. Observation details are still the same. So I simply have to click on Add. And there it is.